Hi everyone, dear friends. Today I'm here to discuss with you a very important system yet rarely discussed or very little is said about it. This system is called the lymphatic system. Our body naturally detoxifies while we are sleeping, while we are resting, while we are moving about. Naturally, the system has been programmed to get rid of all the toxins and wastes without much effort. However, with time as we grow, these systems slow down. So I'm here today, dear friends, to discuss with you how we can improve our systems to help them cleanse our bodies and really detoxify all the waste and other bad chemicals that are not healthy for us, that could otherwise cause diseases naturally. I'm going to discuss with you a very simple system. Most of you must have heard about it, or are hearing it for the first time, or may have a bell or ring a bell once I mention it. This system is called the lymphatic system. Okay, just like the circulatory system, the lymphatic system moves along the circulatory system throughout our body, clearing and cleansing our body, fighting other germs and diseases. The lymphatic system is almost similar to the circulatory system, only that it doesn't have a pump. Our circulatory system has a heart, which is our pump, that helps it move fluid a bit faster around our body. Okay, to move a almost similar mass around our body without a pump is quite difficult. So the lymphatic system is designed in a way that it can move fluid with gravity. However, it's mainly by peristalsis. This is just muscle movement. When our bodies contract, all the muscles contract and relax, they gently help this fluid move about. With the circulatory system, we have blood in it, okay, and valves and a pump, which is the heart, helping it move things around. However, the lymphatic system does not have that luxury. So when we move, even just a simple movement like a deep breath, even moving with breathing, gentle breathing movements, help this fluid move around. Okay, most of you may wonder, why is she talking about the lymphatic system? Well, I will tell you that much as our immune system, we were taught that is being helped by the white blood cells, okay, which help engulf bacteria and stuff like that. Well, I'm here to inform you today that there's another system in the background working equally hard. This is the lymphatic system. Has cells that fight germs, that eat up excess fat, that capture all the toxins we take from these pharmaceutical drugs, and they have these sites called the lymphocytes. These lymphocytes have the ability to change shape according to whatever is attacking our body, and as the fluid called the lymph moves around the whole body, these have checking points within us. We have them around our neck, tensors, okay, we have them under our armpits, and we have them around the leg areas, or we call them under our leg somewhere, okay. These sites are like checking points. As the fluid is going through, it passes these sites and they quickly check. It's more like they check, is there anything that should not be in this fluid before we return it to the system? What this system does is collect this lymphatics or lymph from all over the body, but checking it in the process. Okay, it checks it in the process. Before I continue any further, maybe I need to explain to you what lymph is. Lymph would have been called blood, but it's not, reason being that when the body circulates with nutrients, oxygen, which is transported by our blood vessels and capillaries to the needed areas and much needed places, cells and vital organs, they bath these cells with these nutrients. And when they do that, they collect the carbon dioxide or the waste products that are needed, that have been produced by these cells. And once this is collected, it goes back to our bloodstream via the other side of the heart. Okay, I don't want to go into biology, okay, but once that is done, not all the blood that comes into the cells is pumped back into the circulatory system. Some fluid stays behind, and this fluid has a name as well, but I will not tell you that. This fluid, as it stays behind, it's sucked back by another system, which is the lymphatic system. Okay, just as it does that, it has to really find a way to put it back into the system so that that cycle continues. So that is the lymph. Okay, it's colorless. It's also transparent. It goes round the whole body following the circulatory system. Okay, so that is lymph that I'm talking about. When we walk, as we walk around, our legs are pumping and the muscles in our legs are contracting and relaxing, and they're helping to pull the lymph from the lower areas of our body. As we move, we also swing our hands. Okay, when we are swinging our hands, this lymph is sucked upwards. It's always following towards the heart because it's trying to help the body collect all the fluid that the circulatory system has left behind. As we turn, even when we don't intend to, these lymph nodes are very strategically located where movement is very, very common. So as we turn our neck, we are helping around there to move those muscles, okay, and pumping that fluid. Okay, I'm going to tell you a very simple technique to help our body do this. Okay, firstly, I want to share with you this simple tool. Most of you are familiar with it. It's a body brush. I'll put it closer for you to see. It's a body brush, nothing special about it. They are coming in different shapes. Instead of bristles, some have a loafer attached. For those who are Ugandans, the changwe is attached on top. Okay, so the loafer is also attached. Sometimes are just like as they are, just simple brushes, very soft and gentle. This brush, if you've been passing it in the shopping areas and wondering, why would I like to scrub myself with the long brush? Well, think again. It's very important. What it does is, or what you can use it for, is to gently stroke your skin, okay, towards your heart. When you do this, remember the lymph vessels lie slightly thin under the skin. Once you do that, gently, it's called a dry scrub, okay? We are gently scrubbing our skin, but with a dry brush, no soap, no oil, nothing on it. You can do this in the morning, you can do this before going to bed, or even do it before you have a shower, okay? Gently, but firmly, okay? You do that. Okay, you also use it for the leg parts and just pull it towards the upper body because you're trying to mimic the movement of this fluid towards your heart. If you're not, if you're somewhere private, you could also massage it around the tummy clockwise. This helps with digestion, by the way, okay? And for the leg part where we always have cellulite, this very small brush here can help improve cellulite, okay? You could easily get rid of those bothering ditches within the skin with just this. So as we stroke towards the heart, gently but firmly, we are helping this simple fluid move towards the heart and clean our body as it does so. It does it discreetly, but it does it well. If you notice, if you're about to catch a cold, the first signs you get is a tight sore throat or itchy throat or pain within the throat. These are the lymphocytes that have captured a bit of these viruses, the influenza viruses, and they are trying to kill it before, but in the process you feel the pain around there, the throat. So as we breathe in and catch anything stupid or anything harmful, this system is working very well for our body before the bloodstream gets clogged with all these viruses, okay? And if you have anything within and it's around the arm, you always have a tiny pain under the armpit. That is a lymph site again, dealing with the germs, whatever you've got on there. If it's on the lower body, you feel it around your, how would you call that, pelvic area? You feel it. So they keep working. Okay, not to bore you, that's one way to help our body detox naturally but faster with the aid of a brush. We call it dry scrub. It's good at exfoliating your skin, okay, gets rid of the dead cells on your skin, not forgetting that your skin is the largest organ on your body, and doing that gently, gentle massage on it, scrubbing forwards towards your heart, you're moving lymph about, hence cleansing your body, okay? The other way the body does it naturally is common excretion, okay? When we eat food, we excrete. Anything the body will not use and does not need is gone out through feces or defecation, okay? So the other way to help your body really cleanse properly and take out toxins or detox is to eat foods that will aid digestion. We've talked about fiber before, I'll talk about it again. Eating fiber, food rich in fiber, cereal, fruits, organic probably. Reason being that if you're having organic fruit or vegetable, you're reducing the chances of having pesticides again to deal with when it gets into your body. You're also having a chance that you're reducing any small bacteria or small insects that are on the fruit, if it's organic and grown properly. That also, before you eat, you're really helping your body have things to do, less things to deal with, or less toxic things to deal with. So I would also encourage you to wash your fruit properly to get rid of the wax that is sprayed on it, or the germs or anything, that tiny thing that would have escaped your eyes. Washing your fruits and vegetables very well helps you eat something clean, and hence helping your body deal with less problems when you finish eating. And the other thing I would say, I've talked about it and I've taught you how to make apple cider vinegar. Most of you have taken the chance to call me, discuss with me what you think, and then you're like, oh, we didn't know about it, and now you know. Okay, I'll repeat. Apple cider vinegar is been on the market for ages. Okay, these are remedies that have been for years and repeated, but we really talk about them. We don't know about them, or we just ignore it and say, oh, another remedy is out. But listen, apple cider vinegar does make wonders. It helps detoxify your body. It helps with losing weight as well. The other thing it does for you is it has all properties that can help you fight infections. It's a very simple fermentation that you can deal with. It takes a few days, yes, it takes patience, but these days things are everywhere. If you can't make it, buy it. You spend a little bit of money, but yes, you'll have it. You have access to it. So the other way is to use apple cider vinegar to help cleanse and detox your body. Okay, that is another means apart from using the dry brush. Okay, another natural way our body tries to cleanse or detox our body is through mucus. When there is anything trapped in our blood or in our system, it very easily enclosed in a sac of mucus. Okay, and this we may end up with either a cough, we can end up with a cold. But like I said, in the system, in the background, there is a lymphatic system doing all this. It makes sure it recognizes these small droplets of mucus or excess fat, toxins, any crap that is in the body. This system quietly cleans up the system and works hard, but we hardly talk about it. Okay, so the other way is when you find that you have a cold or mucus that is not pain, but it's just mucus. Yeah, getting rid of it, you're helping the body clean and take out that excess of any fluid that is produced or whatever it is trapped in there. Okay, that's the other way. We eat vegetables. I've insisted or just reminded you that better to use organic vegetables, okay, or vegetables that you can just steam and simmer and eat without destroying all the antioxidants in them and all the value of the fiber in it. Smoothies, having it raw, just making a juice of maybe carrot juice, any other juice, green vegetables mainly, they are very helpful. And they aren't cancerous as well. If you keep on researching, you'll find that most vegetables are good, especially green ones. Celery is another important one that is quite expensive and rare in some countries, but it also helps to fight or cleanse our body. Okay, another way is to have herbals or herbs. Herbal remedies are very good at cleansing and detoxifying our body. However, most of them work well when they're in fluid form. In fluid form, again, they are always mixed up with linctus, and linctus is quite alcoholic. Okay, so what you do if you want to avoid that alcohol part in the herbs, you have to heat it a little bit or warm it gently such that the alcohol evaporates off it, because dealing with the alcohol as well is another toxin you'll be trying to work hard to get out of your body. Okay, that reminds me of another important factor. Before we worry about cleansing our body and detoxifying, how about minding and thinking of what we eat, or be mindful of what we eat, or what we're about to eat, or what we're about to put in these beautiful bodies, okay? What we need to remember is to stop alcohol, avoid alcohol, or don't do alcohol at all, okay? The other thing is to do vegetables. Most people don't want cooked vegetables, so do smoothies. Blend it, okay? Blend it and take it that way. I would say, okay, get a pill that is really packed with this, but that is another thing to deal with. Remember, these pills are packed in membranes that most times are not digestible, They can melt within our system, but where do they go? Well, they end up in our natural filters. Some end up in the liver, some end up in the kidneys, and some end up in our bloodstream. So at the end of the day, much as it's easy to just take a pill and swallow and think you've taken a vegetable, you're giving the body an extra job to do, to look for that whatever packaging you're talking about and deal with the toxins that were used. You know, chemistry is good, biology is good, but when it's moved from natural systems into artificial system to try and help you do something, especially supplements I'm talking about here, think about it. Yes, you've taken this pill, it's popped and got whatever it was carrying out. What happens to the shell? Okay, you don't feel it, you don't see it, but the body is working hard to deal with whatever you've left behind. So no, I'm not happy, or I'm not of the kind who likes to take pills, medications, pharmaceuticals. Let me tell you one thing. Pharmaceuticals are quick fix. But every medication we take has its own side effects you're dealing with, or you don't even know. You may take a paracetamol to get rid of the pain, yes, headache, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, whatever it leaves behind, you're making your liver and your kidneys suffer for it. So with time, you're like, I've been healthy, I only get headaches here and there, and I take simple medications that are common. But why is it that all of a sudden I'm growing and I have liver problem and I have kidney problem? Well, friends, as you take these quick medications thinking you're fixing things, you're disrupting a different system altogether. So I'm thinking, before you run to your doctor for tablets, try the natural way. The system has been created to sort itself out. Our lifestyles have changed everything around, so improving whatever you do, whatever you eat, how you live. I would say diet, but listen, how many people have done diets? Especially New Year's resolutions. This year I'm gonna lose weight, blah 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 blah. You do it for a few weeks. Who really contains it and sustains it for a long time? They're like, my dear, diet I can't do. So listen, we can do this slowly, feeling good naturally. For example, instead of driving all the way to work, park somewhere close to work and do a few minutes to your job. Okay, or within the job, park somewhere further away from your building and walk around to get to your job. These walks you're taking for granted are actually helping your system pump lymphatic fluid around and cleaning you as you walk, without even intending to, without paying somebody extra money to think that they are going to do some magical wonder to fix you. Okay, let's fix ourselves, I would say. Anyway, let me not divert anymore, because I get excited when I talk about some things I enjoy. Okay, we've talked about the vegetables, I've talked about the dry brush, I've talked about apple cider vinegar, and this is not like the first time I'm talking about it. The other thing I would ask you to do, guys, you know the deodorants we use for, we are trying to get rid of body odor, okay? There are those that say when you use them, you don't even sweat. And we say, oh God, that is a good one. I want that one. Listen, one way your body detoxifies naturally is by sweating. And does that a lot of time, while you're sleeping, while you're awake, while you're working out, while you're minding your business. And now tell me, you're going to use a deodorant that stops you from sweating, and you think that's okay. I'm saying, okay, if worst come to the worst and you need that roll-on or spray, whatever it is, use one that will permit you to still sweat a little bit or somehow. Okay, don't do one that stops you from sweating at all. Where does the toxin go if the body that decides that I'm going to sweat to get this rubbish out of your system? We have to think, okay? Think about things. Yes, it smells good, you feel good, you can put your hands up whenever, but you're killing yourself slowly. Before you know, you have breast cancer. And then you're like, oh, we don't have it in the family. I don't know where it came from. Well, there we go. When they check chemicals that really lead to these cancerous cells, there are things we put to our body, not things that are already in their body. Yes, we have mutations, but they are very rare. So most of the trouble we get as human beings, we cause it to ourselves. That's the other way. My advice, or just piece of knowledge on how to deal with bad breath, body odor that is, hey, serious, is diet. By the way, if you eat well, eat things that are making your body happy, your sweat will smell good. I was going to emphasize it, but I know we'll be laughing. So anyway, change your diet. If you eat well, what you get out will be good. Okay, it's more like eating hard food that is too dehydrated and you end up with constipation. Okay, All you need is drink more water. Not too much of anything. Don't do excess. Don't say I'm going to eat vegetable like crazy. I'm going to drink water like crazy. You'll overload your system. Okay? So please, there are small changes you could slowly get other than making a jump. A sudden jump to changes. I'm going to lose weight in 3 weeks or 2 days. You're just crashing your system. And how long can you sustain hunger? If you're loving food like me, eh? Okay, enough of that. The other thing we can do as well is jumping. There's a trampoline. Kids love this trampoline. It's a small circle on the ground, family placed side that is safe for children to do. But grown-ups, we can also jump on that thing. You know what? You don't have to jump like the world is ending that day. Just a bit of up and down movements, okay? That alone helps to move the lymphatic fluid up, up, up into your system. And by the way, try it. I beg. Don't tell me about it, but you try the trampoline and jump around. You will feel happy and good. Any form of exercise is good, but don't do extremes. This is a very simple system that needs simple measures. Simple measures that add up to do good for you, because the body naturally detoxes itself. Then somebody will tell you, give me these dollars, these millions, these pounds for me to give you a quick fix. Listen, tell them stop lying. I'll do it myself, okay? The fact is, they're going to tell you what I'm telling you, but only that they'll tell you in a different scientific way, so that it sounds very, very, very professional, very, very nice, and then you pay your money. Well, get a trampoline. Once in a while when the kids are playing, tell them I used to do this too. Can I show you? But when you have your mind to something different from what you're showing the kids, okay? That's another way. Another means of doing this is very simple. Don't laugh at me. Don't say I've spoiled you. But hey, you need to have sex. I'm sorry, I've said it, okay? That is the simplest exercise. Effortless, very important, okay? That it will fix most of your stresses, your energies, and give you happy moments, and also give you happiness all through. But if you're a student, don't do it before exams, otherwise you fail and then say you advised. I didn't see you, I didn't say it, okay? I'm not repeating that one, you heard it. That's another way. Okay, just a reminder, sorry, I'm just laughing, but another reminder, emotions. I would call myself a mental health advocate, but I've seen a lot, I've heard a lot. Emotions can lead you to places that you would otherwise not go in a negative way, okay? If you don't deal with emotions very well, you end up with depression, you end up with stress, you end up with mental health. You end up with so many chronic things that would have otherwise been sorted if you had excused yourself from certain minds. Certain mindsets can push you to the limit, okay? But if you learn to deal with your emotions, not only are you doing yourself a favor, but you're doing your body a favor and your life too, your immune system too. When you stress less, you sleep well, okay? When you know you're not competing with anybody that upset you, you have a peace of mind, okay? Apart from that, you feel good all the time. Happy people are always surrounded by happy people. When you're sad, it just transcends and transfers to anybody around you. Sad people are always finding for excuse to fight, to be upset, to be angry. Even when it's not somebody's fault, you still find somebody to blame. That is, I don't want to call it a spirit, but it's called emotion. If you don't deal with these emotions, especially positively, and learn to know that you're dealing with human beings, we are all different. Our strengths are all different. We all operate at different levels. We can't be the same, whether we are the same tribe, same country, same clan. Listen, the way we deal the way we deal with things or situations is different. Learn to appreciate the difference in you and the difference in others, and always find a positive in anybody you find. Listen, we are not perfect, neither are you or me. I'm not perfect too. So if somebody has faulted you, just telling somebody, excuse me, what you've just done really did this to me. If you find an arrogant person and say, excuse me, are you thinking you're the only one? But if you find an understanding person, they will always apologize and say, I'm really sorry. And next time they will take note. So really look after emotions. That will deal with your mind, okay? And also will deal with your physical abilities and other energies around you. I will learn this to children. If we can behave like children at a certain level, the world will be a little bit simpler. Judging others, underrating and underestimating, overrating, all these things contribute to our negative feelings. And if we don't deal with that, we end up with stress, I'll repeat, depression, mental health, anxiety, poor social behavior. You find somebody, they can't be in public or relate with anybody. Reason being that they don't know how to behave. They don't know how to think or say something, so they end up being alone, isolated. It has a very negative impact if you don't deal with it. And you end up with indigestion, poor digestion, like I would say. So for those who will understand it that way. But once that happens, you're keeping toxins in your body basically. And what happens next? Your body system goes down, your health goes down, your immune system shuts down. So basically one thing is leading to another, which would simply be solved by change of mindset, okay? That's emotions for you. And finally, before I go, okay, all the systems in the body, if we remember, or if I'm right, or if I recall offhand, we have 13 systems in our body, and these systems relate to one another. If you disturb one, the other is affected, or if you make one happy, it just transfers to the next. So, like I said, the mind and body and soul are all connected. Detoxing is your choice now. Do you want to use fruit detox? Organic fruit or vegetable? Do you want to do liquid diets? Maybe once in a while, give your system a break. Because if you're putting too much that is overloaded, especially at night when it should be working hard to clean whatever is already there, and you're piling more food in, you're just making the food stagnant in your body and then causing toxins, I'll call it congesting the whole system. And then you're having other infections. The other thing that can tell for you if you're not going to the doctor, or if you're not the kind who would rush to a doctor, when the whole system is struggling internally, it always pushes the job to the skin. That's when we have outbreak of pimples, acne you call it. Sometimes you end up with eczema, extremely dry skin, or you end up with body odor or mouth odor, or you end up with itchiness, or I'll call it infection. I'll not say anything else, but we end up with other infection. Remember, we have outlet, mouth, ears, eyes, our excretory system, our reproductive system. All these systems are open and they all do the job of taking rubbish out of our body. Okay, so if one is clogged up, it will affect the next one and the next one and the next one. So the other thing I'll remind you about, we all love hair. Okay, but if you think about it, hair is strategically located in certain areas, mainly on our head, our armpits, and below. Okay, most of this hair we have, most of us think that we have to shave all of it off. But let me tell you, excretion takes place through the hair follicles. Okay, everywhere we excrete or need more excess heat getting out of our body, or getting out the sweat and other toxins, the salts and excess minerals, is fully padded with enough hair. Okay, if you cut all your hair or shave the hairs in this area completely, you're telling your body that it has no room to excrete basically. Okay, what you're doing is you're reducing that surface area where excretion would have taken place. Okay, so shaving completely may look nice, may feel soft, good, or happy. I don't know how to call it. I don't know why people completely do it or why we do it. But the fact remains that just trimming it not to have a forest or bush is fair enough, because it keep it clean. Remember, as you wash your body, you're taking off all the extra salts, chemicals, toxins that your body has brought to your skin surface. So when you have a shower once or twice a day, you're cleansing your body yourself from what it's cleansed from the internal. You're cleaning it outside. Okay, that's how I would see it, or that's what I take it as. So when you don't look after your hair, okay, or your hairs, let's call it that way, basically you're failing your body system indirectly. So I'm kindly requesting that if you have loads of hair, it's good to keep it clean regularly, because that helps you to, as you generate more toxins and excess minerals that you don't need in the body through your hair follicles and hair itself, each time you wash it, you're ungreasing it, unclogging it, and giving the body the chance to do more for you. Okay, so you end up having a healthy skin, healthy hair, and things like that. Nails are also another way we get our toxins off the body. So the body is, we are lucky, it's done, it's really designed to sort out the bad stuff within it by itself. So now that we are growing and most systems are slowing down, helping it really helps us to stay healthy. One, we reduce the times of visits to our healthy doctors and stuff like that. These days, I don't know about you, but for me, I've realized that these days, health services are very expensive. Okay, when you have anybody falling sick within your circle, like, oh God, I hope it's a quick one, or I hope it's just something else, because it's getting expensive. Okay, so basically when you're helping your body, you're not only keeping your pocket good, your wallet smart and happy, but you're also doing yourself a favor. Okay, you're growing less old, or you're aging slowly. Okay, so well, if you see me and I'm looking the same old year, maybe I'm doing something right. Don't hesitate to ask me, okay? Don't hesitate to ask me. And besides, friends, family, whoever is listening to me, if you have anything to add to this program, you're very welcome. I'm very happy to share these health tips with anybody that is listening to me. If you have any concerns, or there's somewhere I've said something, I'm just a human being, correct me. I'm very happy to listen. I'm always learning. That's what I tell my colleagues. I'm a good learner, fast learner, and when I learn something and I know I can provide it, I deliver it this way. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. Don't forget, this system is the lymphatic system. I will say it's the golden key to your health. I've told you many things. I've mentioned so many things. Elderberry juice, elderberry syrup. I've talked about apple cider vinegar. I'm now talking about dry brushing. That maybe some of you were thinking, why would I buy something long like this? Now you know you need it. Even if you're not going to take a shower that time, when you're free and relaxing, keep going. Keep going, my dear. It is for your sake that you'll be healthy. Okay, I'm doing my own. I'm not going to last when I know what to do now. Okay, if I spend my money on any medical service or whatever it is called, I'll clean up my lymphatic system. So stop the alcohol, reduce it if you can't, and can seek help. The other thing is no junk food in your system. Do yourself a favor, stop the sugary stuff, the junk snacks, all the sugar drinks they are trying to entice us with. They are good in looking, but you know what it's heading to. Paying for the NHS, insurance, health insurance is very expensive in some countries. Some countries you don't even want to go back home because you're like, I don't know what health service I'll get there. You see what we are talking about. But when you know you can really look after yourself on a budget, on things that are easily accessible, who can threaten you? Even your body will be happy. Okay, I hope you've listened. I hope you've understood something new today. The lymphatic system detoxifies our body quietly, nicely, but you need to help it program all the time so that it fights for you. Those T cells, those B cells in it, those lymphocytes that catch any germ, that viruses that have escaped the circulatory system are cleaned by that system. So now you know something, or I've reminded you of something that you've already been taught. So please don't forget, check on the lymphatic system again. There are so many videos, so much information about this system. We rarely keep our eyes of it because we are thinking, why would I know about the lymphatic system? Lymph, what is this? Now you know. It is part of your body and it's very important, but it's a background checker. It's more like the border agency. It checks out your whole body at every level to know that, yes, I've done my job. No more attacks on you. So, sorry. I hope you look after it, and then your body will look after you. Don't spend too much money on detoxing when you can eat vegetable. Eat things like, let's say, spinach, good fiber. Okay, you can also use Brussels sprout. This is good for cleaning our natural filter, the liver. These vegetables stay longer in our body when we eat them. Okay, so as we eat them, they stay much longer cleaning up that filter. That is your liver. Okay, the kidney is another filter. It deals with a lot of medications we take, all the toxins we take. No wonder when we are getting all the fat thing, we complain, oh, my back around there, it hurts. It's your kidney struggling to filter everything. And once it's done that, you help it clean out. So eat well. Exercise is good, but not extreme. All you need is 30 minutes of a walk every day.